Welcome to the Business Shop Podcast, where our guests speak on meeting the challenges of entrepreneurship, as well as offer tips and advice on business, marketing, technology, and more. Whether you are a newbie or a seasoned professional, this episode is for you. I am your host, Audrey Wiggins. Let's chop it up. Hello, Chop Squad and friends. It's great to be with you and welcome to our new listeners. I hope that you will subscribe and become a member of the Chop Squad. My guest today from Geek Haus is Leonard Scheiner, and they help businesses become established with credibility by getting them featured in press articles, TV, and other forms of media to create their authority and trust with their clients and customers. And we'll learn more about Leonard Scheiner after this message.
Knock out your competition with Altogether Marketing. We elevate your brand. Take a stance with your business name, logo, the tagline, your colors, even the fonts for your business. And then jab left with your website, jab right with core values. Back up with product experience and bring it on with you. Visit altogether.biz and let us help you create a knockout brand.
Welcome, Leonard, to the Business Chop.
Thank you, Audrey. It's a pleasure to be here.
Leonard has been helping law firms, solo attorneys, and business owners for the past decade with a focus on developing their brand, marketing for new clients, and predictably growing the revenues and their online authority for their clients. Their firm has achieved, Geek Haus, as we mentioned earlier, has achieved a 300% increase in revenue, while others have earned millions of dollars worth of new business driven from Leonard's frameworks and tactics. So remember, we always talk about frameworks and systems, people. So I'm glad you're here today, and hopefully you'll be able to glean from what Leonard is going to share with us. So today, he's the CEO of Geek Haus, a law firm marketing agency. And that's a little different, Leonard, right?
A little bit different. We're usually focused on people who have professional expertise and how they package that and position themselves in the marketplace to get clients.
Okay, awesome. So they're based in LA, but their service area is all 50 states of the US. So again, Leonard, thanks for being here, and let's get some questions answered.
I love it. Audrey, thanks for having me once
Yes.
again, and I'm excited. Let's dive right in.
Okay, so let's chat first about some of your fun things and your accomplishments.
Fun thing.
Yeah, that four-legged creature. We start there.
I do have a four-legged creature. Sometimes he makes appearances on some lives that I do. I don't think he'll make an appearance today, but the 16-pound fluffy Pomeranian, doing your work every day is great as a professional, but then, where do you get filled up as a person? That relentless love. All right, so I get that from my pup.
Okay, I love that. I love the Pomeranians. Had a Basset Hound before, and now that I'm going to this other chapter in life, I was, thinking about getting a dog again, and the Pomeranian was kind of at the top of the list. Something small. Yeah. So
people say that they're yappy, but I got lucky. I think you can find them where they don't yap, and so yeah, great dogs. I love all dogs though.
Okay, yeah, my niece has one, and I hadn't been over to see her probably since April, and he remembers me, and he's like all over me. Scott, his hair is about the color of mine.
Love it, so cute.
Yeah. All right. Anything else fun that you want to share with us, and then why don't we want to get some of your accomplishments in there too?
Well, I definitely am a coffee drinker. I like to say that you can do it in less time than it takes you to drink one latte or two lattes, 3 lattes. So I'll take a latte sip as a unit of time sometimes, which is really fun. But accomplishment wise, I hate to boast, I hate to brag, but I feel like in settings,
I can read it for you. Okay.
You gotta tell people though. Yeah, no, I'm fully there. You gotta tell people so that they understand that you are the expert. Right? You got to lay that foundation. So I was in-house at law firms, many different law firms, from litigation to divorce to asset protection to estate planning to bankruptcy to kind of every different practice area. And that gave me a lot of wherewithal about how people in all different situations need help. And that's really what motivates me to do what I do. It's kind of like a two-step process, but I help the expert, right? I help the attorney, I'll help the nutritionist, I'll help the fitness coach. The person who's packaging their knowledge is
Mm.
not really good at delivering the value of that knowledge in a marketing message. That's where I come in. So
Oh,
they might be a great fitness coach, right? They might get people losing weight, building muscle, but how does that person communicate, right? How does he or she as a fitness trainer land that message and really specifically land the message so that they sound different from everyone else? So that's really where I've, found my niche and my expertise. So I've been featured on Forbes. I've been in law firms for over a decade. I've helped Hollywood celebrities grow their brands to 6 and 7 figures. And so all of that has crescendoed into the agency that I run today, which is Geek Haus. And I really love helping our clients do just this. I love having my hands in the clay and creating something from nothing.
that's awesome. Now, how did you come up with the name Geek House?
Well, there was something I learned early in my legal days is that if you're not planning to die with this business, do not put your name in it. And it's true, right?
Okay. Okay.
So if you're like a professional licensed attorney, you're going to put your name in it. You're probably going to
Mhm.
have that firm forever, right? You're not going to then go moonlight as a something else.
Mhm.
So for me, I didn't want to put my name in it because it wasn't about me. It
Mhm.
was really about the mission of it. And so Geek House, the idea is that I've always been told I'm kind of like geeky and nerdy, right? Like I wear glasses and so for that, it was we're all kind of geeks, right? And Audrey, I'm sure you're a geek in what you do in tech, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you're a geek, I'm a geek, and then we're all in Geek House, right? So we're like a house of people,
I love it.
which was really on the mission of take an attorney, take a fitness coach, take someone who's running an insurance practice, take someone like that.
Hmm.
They have the time or the want to go hire a marketer, a videographer, a content person, a this, a that, and then they got to manage all those people and they don't even know how to manage them. So they got to find them, manage them, get the deliverable, and they don't even know what they're doing, right? It's
Hmm.
like going out into the Atlantic with no map. It's silly.
Right.
So instead, we come in and I'm usually working as the lead strategist and I'm bridging that gap between all the techno babble and the content babble and the KPI this and the ROI this
Oh,
and all of that. And I turn it around to the client in a very easy way. So
okay.
we're kind of converting that jargon, we're making it simple. The other side is that it's nice for the client to be able to have one point of contact
Hmm.
and then that one point being me or another lead go ahead and handle all the different details.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, on that in that same vein, then, how does a business afford marketing and have a profitable, have profitable campaigns that they can actually pay themselves?
Hmm. Marketing is definitely something that should be an investment. It should not be a cost, right? It shouldn't be just something that comes right off the top. There should be return on the investment for marketing. Does that payback period come week one or month one? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on the campaign that we're running. But when I'm looking at marketing and when I'm looking at a client's budget, the dialogue that I'm having is, can we get the results that you want with
Mm.
the budget that you have? And it's just a really frank conversation. If you want to get 100 new clients and each new client is X amount of dollars, it's just math, right?
Mm.
We know the acquisition cost. Okay, we need to have a budget that is reasonable to get the result, right? So it's just like gas in a car. If I had one tank of gas and I'm in Los Angeles, can I get to New York? No, it's just not possible, right?
Right,
I can go
right.
locally. I can do a lot of things locally, right? Like that one tank of gas is worth something. I can make it useful. But if the goal is New York, definitely not all
Mhm.
that we need.
So you're talking about budget though, but how does a company know or individual know when it's time to hire an outside company? I mean, do they have to like shed some type of ego or just own up to, hey, I just can't do this?
Well, it's kind of a two-part answer to that question. So the ego part. So the first part is acknowledging that you might be a great fitness person, a great fitness trainer, but you're not a marketer, right?
Mm,
That's a different profession. Like you're great at tech, Audrey, but you're probably, you could do tech for a dental office, but you're probably not great at filling a cavity, right? So
mhm.
everyone's got their lane.
Right.
And so when we try to do it all of ourselves, it's actually detrimental to us because it takes more time, we get more frustrated, and then mentally we're like, ugh, throw in the towel, this doesn't work. And it's like, no, 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 wait. It's not that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work in the way that you're trying to do it. It's like a round peg in a square hole, you know?
Yeah.
So that is somewhat of the first part, right? Is the business owner acknowledging, I'm not the marketing person. I don't want to wear that hat, right? Like I do what I do. I'm service based, or I'm whatever. It's not their lane. So that's the first part. Then the second part, I think you asked is when, right? Like when do we
Yeah.
know that this is time to do it?
Yeah.
So for any business, if you don't have clients, you don't have customers, you don't have patients, you don't have a business.
Hmm.
So the front end of any business is getting clients. And then they come in and you service them. And then that third step is hopefully you retain them or you get a review from them, right? But there's really the three steps: getting the client, serving the client, and then maintaining. And so that first step, it's the engine of the train. And if you don't have a consistent flow of new clients or new customers or new patients, everything downstream starts to dwindle. And so
Yeah.
if you don't feel that you have enough flow of new clients, that's when it's time to look at marketing and look at what other ways can you be seen? What other ways can you get in front of your ideal person?
Thinking about, law firms or lawyers, there may be solo practitioners, or we're talking about insurance agents because they're great at what they do, that their craft. So how can they use automation to help, create,
Hmm.
this marketing or, to have a better experience for the clients once they do come through the door?
Hmm. I love this question
Hmm.
because automation can help us with so much that we don't have to think about. So
Hmm.
I'll typically run online events and I will sit down once and plan all the communications around that event.
Okay.
So, we want so many reminders, we want so many follow-ups, we want so much of this or that. I'll plan all that communication at once and then automate it so that I don't have to think about it over the next 3 weeks that we're running the event or the next 3 months that we're doing something. And the same goes true for other business owners too. So if you've got an onboarding process, you've got a marketing process, um, it automation is going to help you leverage your time. Do
Okay.
the thinking once, do the implementation once, and then set it and forget it. That's what we like.
We spoke about a marketing budget, and it's like, well, what's a good marketing budget? Is it a dollar amount, and what should we be thinking about when we're trying to put a marketing budget together? We don't know what we're doing.
Mhm. Marketing as a budget is going to depend on what the goal is, right? Again, it's like if I'm in Los Angeles and I want to get to New York, there's going to be more than one tank of marketing gas in air quotes needed.
Hmm.
So as far as like percentage wise or what dollar amount would it take to get this or that, it's really up in the air. It's situation specific. Up in the air meaning I couldn't give a blanket answer,
Yeah.
but like in a consultation, we know, right? We're like, I was just talking with an interior designer a few weeks ago, and they were like, well, we could do all of this marketing and we could spend all of this ad spend and all of this and all of that. And we don't know if that's going to resonate with who we're targeting because they're high-end clients. Are they finding people on Facebook? I don't know, right? We don't
Right.
know. Maybe, maybe not. So our confidence level was at a 50% on that, right? Big ticket, big ad spend,
Mhm.
50% confidence. I don't really like that situation.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we could go a different route and do cold email to the people who are going to be referring or who are going to be buying this service. And guess what? There's no